What is up, you guys? Marty McFly coming at you, bringing you guys the merch. Today, I'm going to talk about a special Record Store Day edition. This is, of course, Shadows Fall, The Art of Balance, originally released in 2002 under Century Media Records. One of my favorite Shadows Fall records, to be honest. They did not release a single bad album. There's not an album from them I do not like. That is very rare with music these days, but every single run of their records I thoroughly enjoyed. From the very beginning of One Blood down to the other end, Fire in the Sky. A little bit of a different approach for them, especially with the artwork. They changed how the title looks, and I absolutely love that record. So, like I said, really excited to have this on vinyl for the first time. I believe there may have been an older vinyl press for this. However, this is by far the best one I've seen. Came at a really affordable price. I think they sold it to me for $32.98. This was, of course, at Kingfish Records in Clearwater, Florida. Really happy to have this in the collection finally. Can't wait to play it for you guys. So, RSD, Record Store Day this year, does anyone really need the 38th repress of David Bowie or Tori Amos? No, no one really needs any of that. It's just RSD clogging up the vinyl lines and making it harder for us to get the next Slipknot record or whatever. Anyway, I digress. So really happy to have this in the collection finally. When this came out on RSD Black Friday 2020. I almost forgot the year, 2022. It's not 2023 yet. We're getting there. RSD Black Friday 2022. I was in Savannah, Georgia. If you've never been there, if you have been there, and you've may have noticed that there's a record store there called Grayface Records and Curiosities. Great guys that own it. Great shop. They really do have a wonderful collection in there. Every time I go in there, I end up buying something. I was there on Black Friday. Unfortunately, they only had 2 copies of it, and they sold out of it pretty instantly. And you know what happens when that happens, right? Because people buy this on RSD, and then they go on eBay, and they sell it for quadruple the price. And of course, it happened here. Sure enough, I would go on eBay after Grayface sold out of their copies, and people were selling this for $80, $90, $100. Go figure. But anyway, so if you've never been there, I definitely recommend going. Go next door to Two Tides Brewing, or go down the street to Southbound Brewing. They're all really great guys. They'll take good care of each other. Grayface Records and Curiosities, great record store for heavy metal, punk, whatever. They also have lots of like taxidermy and a lot of vintage Halloween gear. So I'm talking like decorations from the 1970s. They have it all. Next door, they've opened up a horror shop, so horror movies, magazines, action figures, what have you. Great guys that, like I said, great guys that own it. It's a great shop. I definitely recommend going there. Anyway, went to Kingfish Records. These guys actually had it for me. They said they special ordered it. They had a couple copies they were able to order, so they grabbed one for me. Came in a couple days later. Really great guys. Brad is the newest purveyor of Kingfish Records, and he's been getting tons of metal, tons of used punk, hardcore, great collections. So the guys at Kingfish, go say hi to them. Tell them Marty sent you. Anyway, really excited to have this in the mail finally. So, of course, on the back, we have 11 tracks. My favorite track, really tough call, but I still think of Fire in Babylon is my favorite track on the whole record. It's the 10th track. It really should be the definitive closing to the album. However, at the very end, you have Welcome to the Machine, which is a Pink Floyd cover. And to go from pure American heavy metal to all of a sudden this crazy, weird industrial track, it's still a good song, but it is a weird way to end the album. Anyway, I love the cover art. I'm going to go ahead and read off the front for you. Like I said, I got this for $32.98. If you guys can find a copy, I definitely recommend it. This is the first time I've seen, I think there's one older vinyl repress of this album, but this is the newest one that I've seen. So RSD Black Friday, the breakthrough album from Shadows Fall that ushered in the new wave of American heavy metal. 20th anniversary limited edition Green Haze LP includes a bonus 7-inch featuring 2 songs not included on the original release. Expanded packaging featuring rare photos, liner notes from guitarist John Danaes of Anthrax and Matt Bajan. Featuring Destroyer of Senses, Thoughts Without Words, and their Pink Floyd cover Welcome to the Machine. This was, of course, produced by Zeus. If you know anything about the new wave of American heavy metal, or any of the OG metalcore bands that have been around for the last 20 years, you know, they did Hatebreed, Queensryche, Municipal Waste, and the cover art was by Mike D of Killswitch Engage. So let's go and whip this bad boy out. I already cut it open for you guys. So here's our cover art. Comes on a really nice piece, actually. I definitely want to spend some time and read this. So we actually have like our thank you notes on the front. On the back, we actually have a really nice long story, and it looks like they're talking about the concluded the touring of the Of One Blood album with a headlining spot at the Still Burgeoning New England Metal and Hardcore Festival in Worcester, Massachusetts. So, like I said, Shadows Fall's been doing a lot of these reunion shows. They do one in the winter time. This one looks like it's going to be Shadows Fall and Unearth at Worcester, Massachusetts as well. And I want to say this one's at the Palladium this year again. Anyway, great insert on the front. We have a bunch of their old tickets. Man, I mean, going back to September 17th, The Art of Balance, we have the Obi Strip, the Japanese press. Fear Will Drag You Down by Shadows Fall. We have pre-production, a bunch of really cool goodies in this, and I can't wait to spend some time reading it. Let's get on to the vinyl, shall we? And of course, it's going to give me a hard time, and it's not going to want to come out. We're going to go ahead and replace this paper at some point, but here's our Swamp Green vinyl. Actually, looks really nice. Unfortunately, on the camera, looks a little bit brighter, but this almost looks lime green on this side, but this side, I would definitely say Swamp Green. You have a little bit of marbling and some like mossy green, dark green textures going throughout the vinyl. Very beautiful. Can't wait to actually start playing this. And of course, in the middle, can't forget, we do have a bonus 7-inch. Here's a bonus 7-inch black on black vinyl. On the front, we have This Is My Own on side B. On side A, we have Dead World. So, overall, a great package. Can't wait to spend some time with this and dig into this. I'm going to play the 7-inch just to see what these sound like. I don't know if these are demos, live tracks, or how they did those bonus tracks on there. But overall, really excited, really happy to have this. I know this is pretty hard to get, especially unless you want to pay an arm and a leg on eBay. But, the guys at Kingfish Records were able to pull me a copy. Maybe they can pull you a copy, too, and help the store out, help the local scene. That is it from me, you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day out there. Take care of each other. And go listen to some death metal. Cheers.